What is up, guys? I am back with another video, and today I am going to be unboxing the 2018 MacBook Pro. So I chose to go with the base 13-inch Touch Bar model in the space gray color. This specific model features, of course, the 13-inch True Tone Retina display, a 2.3 gigahertz quad-core Intel i5 processor. Now with the 2018 MacBook Pros, Apple is using Intel's latest 8th generation processors. There is 8 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs of SSD storage, 4 Thunderbolt/USB-C ports, a headphone jack, stereo speakers, Touch Bar and Touch ID, as well as a FaceTime HD camera. So this is the first Mac product I have ever owned. I've been a PC Windows user my whole life, so I'm very curious to see what Apple has to offer. And without further ado, I'm gonna get right into opening the box. Plastic coming off. Okay, after a bit of a struggle there, I was able to get the plastic off, and when we lift that lid, we have got the MacBook sitting right on top. Now I'm gonna lift that for a second and just put it off to the side. And so we have the pamphlets in here, I assume, sort of your beginner's guide, some tips for, a new MacBook owner, where things are. We've got the standard Apple stickers and some warranty info. Here we have the USB-C cable that does plug into this adapter right here. And that is pretty much all that comes in the box. That's pretty much all that's needed. And I will get back to the beautiful MacBook Pro. So again, this is my first MacBook. I have been a PC Windows user all my life, so I'm really excited and curious to see what Apple has to offer with this MacBook. So I am going to go ahead and take this off. And there we go. Now, it is my understanding that this laptop powers on when you open it. So let's see if that is the case. And there we go. We've got the Apple logo popped right up. So I am gonna go ahead and set this up, and I will get back to y'all once I finish that. So I wanted to take a couple of minutes to talk about why I chose to go with the Touch Bar version of this laptop over the non-Touch Bar version. So there's a couple of reasons why. The main reason is what Apple did with the 2018 update of the MacBook Pro line is they essentially left the non-Touch Bar version completely untouched and unchanged. And in my opinion, what that hints at is Apple is essentially saying the Touch Bar is here and it is here to stay. The reason I bring that up is the Touch Bar has been a very controversial feature for MacBook users. I feel like people either absolutely hate it and can't stand it, or on the other hand, a lot of people are like, I think it's a pretty cool feature. I use it for my day-to-day activities. I like it. But I think that by Apple choosing to only update the Touch Bar version of the MacBook in 2018, they're essentially, in my opinion, I think they are showing that this is a feature that they intend to keep around for years to come. And so I kind of wanted to future-proof my purchase because I'm sure they're going to keep updating, the Touch Bar with software and various other things in the future. The other reason I went with the Touch Bar over the non-Touch Bar version is, so I've been looking at getting a MacBook for probably about 3 years now. I've been wanting one for a very long time. What I noticed pretty early on is the non-Touch Bar version only has 2 Thunderbolt ports. And with the newer MacBooks, what Apple does is they provide a 2-sided USB-C cable. So one side plugs into the laptop, and then the other side plugs into the wall adapter. Now, again, the non-Touch Bar version of this laptop only has 2 Thunderbolt ports. So if you need to charge your laptop, you essentially have to use one of the 2 Thunderbolt ports. And in my opinion, for a pro grade, or what is marketed as a pro grade laptop, I think it's a little ridiculous to basically essentially only have one port to work with. Now, that isn't to say I am going to be using all 4 ports on this laptop at the same time, but I do like to have the option of multiple ports should the need to use them all arise. The third reason is, and especially in 2018, the Touch Bar version of the MacBook Pro is much more powerful than the non-Touch Bar version, especially since Apple chose to put the latest Intel chip in the Touch Bar version exclusively. So if you get the non-Touch Bar version, you're going to be getting an older Intel processor. Now, with that being said, the Touch Bar version of this laptop is very expensive. It starts at $17.99, whereas the non-Touch Bar version starts at $12.99, if I'm not mistaken. So MacBooks are very, very expensive. That is no secret. And if price is an issue, then it may be worth considering the non-Touch Bar version. So that's sort of my little spiel about why I went with the Touch Bar version, if anyone is curious. And you may be wondering, since I mentioned earlier, why did I go with a Mac instead of a PC? The driving force behind my going for Mac over PC is Final Cut Pro. Then you may be like, okay, what's so special about Final Cut Pro? I am the sort of person that likes to pay once for something and own it. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you want to look at it, Adobe Premiere Pro, to use it, you essentially have to make recurring monthly payments. The payments aren't overly expensive, but for me, just the idea of having to make monthly payments, I am not really a fan of. And I just like that you can make a one-time payment for Final Cut Pro and, it's yours, you own it. With that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this unboxing video. Please give my video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. I will keep awesome content coming. Leave comments below. Let me know if you're a PC or a Mac person. Thank you all for watching my video. Bye.